Good morning, everybody. It looks like a beautiful Friday. And if you're not from Denver watching it, it's been a wild week of weather here. But I think things are supposed to pretend like there's summer now. And to me, summer means my favorite guy, my favorite barbecue, and that's Nick O'Sullivan of Brothers Barbecue. Good morning, Nick.
Good morning, Gabby. How are you?
I'm fine. The sun is shining.
I know. I was just out in the garden. It's so nice.
Oh, yeah. And I can't believe, I don't know, people don't know, hail and tornadoes. I mean, we've made every national newscast,
Yeah, I felt like I was living in Seattle
right?
the past few weeks.
Well, and at least our nuggets were great. And I know you're a fan, me too. But I'm also a fan of Brothers Barbecue. For
Oh,
somebody
thanks.
in the world who doesn't know about it, tell us all about Brothers because you are brothers.
Well, I'll give you the short version. We've been in business 25 years. We started in 1998. To put it in context, we opened up a week after the Broncos won their first Super Bowl. So
Oh,
that's how long ago it was. Our little place over on Monaco and Leedsdale, which is still going strong. And then since that day, we've expanded throughout Denver, opening up recently in Fort Collins. We have a store in the Tech Center, one in Broomfield, one in Lakewood, six in Washington, which is our second location, which I know is your home store.
yeah, well,
And
originally it was Monaco at least.
Yeah, you were there in the beginning, and we're forever grateful for that.
Oh, me too, for you.
Oh, thank you, Gabby. And yeah, we're celebrating 25 years this year, which is just a wild milestone, especially considering that that's more years than we had been alive when we opened up. I was 20
Yeah.
and my brother was 22. We were just babies.
You
Looking back, I thought I was so grown up and I knew it all, but gosh, I was just a little kid.
a very bright, wonderful little kid, I might add.
Oh,
And
thank you.
and you were both from England, actually.
Yeah, yeah. Well, born over there, our parents are British, so barbecue was not wasn't a family recipe. It was something that me and my brother, it was actually something we were forbidden to eat because my mother was a vegetarian. And
Uh,
once we found barbecue, we became obsessed with it. It was never like we wanted to get in the restaurant business. We just wanted to do all things barbecue. And it was really just that like obsession, like I said, or that real passion for barbecue and figuring out how it's made. And we did our research, and we continue. Even to this day, we're I think in business or in life, you either are trying to get better or you're getting worse. It's you never just are like in one place. I think so we have that in mind when we're running our business. Like, how can we make this better? How can we do this better? How can we do that better? Always trying to find ways to make things a little better. And I think that's what keeps it interesting and what keeps us going and has made us successful.
you're sure successful. And aren't you at the airport too?
Yes, we have an airport location. It's temporarily closed for renovations, like
Uh,
everything at the airport.
yeah.
We're at gate A73. It's called the Den Lounge, and it's us. We partnered up with Snarfs and Breckenridge Brewery to do like a
For you.
yeah, and yeah. So it's been that was a fun thing that we got to be a part of. It reopens March 2024. Uh, up with if it goes according to plan. I'm not betting the house on that, but usually these things get delayed. But we'll see. And it apparently where we are is going to go from 1 million passengers a year to 9 million passengers a year. So we'll be hopefully 9 times as busy as we were before we closed. So
Wow. Okay, well, back to reality because I'm not going to the airport. I'm going here.
great.
And I mean, there's every occasion or non-occasion for barbecue. And you can eat in, but you can, like, I pick up there all the time. I'm the best hostess in town. They think I make the best of everything, although it all says brothers all over it. And tell us about your menu and what you do.
Yeah, it's basically a traditional menu. when it comes to barbecue, all your usual suspects with the pork spare ribs. We do beef ribs on Thursday nights for our rib night. We do beef brisket. We do pork shoulder, pulled pork. We
Okay.
do hot link sausage. We do barbecue chicken, either on or off the bone. And then all of your typical sides with beans, coleslaw, potato salad, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, French fries, all that good stuff. We also offer, banana pudding, sweet potato pie. We have, I think I mentioned, rib night on Thursdays. 3 to close is a great deal for ribs. Barbecue sliders,
Is it just beef ribs? I thought on
beef
Thursday.
and pork ribs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
You,
you get a good deal on both of those on Thursday nights. And then, for catering, we also have vegetarian options. So if you're having a big party and some people that don't eat meat or vegans or whatever, we offer barbecue tofu and veggie burgers and stuff like that. So the catering business has really been something that's continuing to expand because obviously there's no four walls with catering. We can go anywhere, and we do such a good job. Karen and our catering team are just the best.
okay, let me just chime in on that because I've used you a lot for that, not only for me, but for our HOA and things. And to anybody who's interested, they arrive, they put up everything with portable heating things that are there for you to use. Everything is marked. Every spoon is put out that you need. I just sat there appalled the first time that anybody did that good a job. And seriously.
Thank you. Yeah, I think, that's the attention to detail that I was talking about earlier. It's if you're not trying to get better, it's like, well, what can we do? How can we make the customer experience as good as possible? And I think that's what separates us. A lot of places, especially during COVID, I went to some of my old favorite restaurants and they wouldn't let me in the door.
Well, sure.
They were treating people like lepers, and it was like, we stress that, these are still our customers. Still we want to treat people how we treat people now is how people will remember us. And we've continued to do that, and try and always think of ways to improve. I tell our staff, like a little anecdote. I'm like, you can have a customer that comes in, orders ribs and a side of beans, sits down, and they're the best ribs and the best beans he's ever had, and the sauce is delicious and the service is great. But then he gets up to leave, and we're out of toothpicks. That's what he's going to remember, and it's like,
Well, you
down.
very picky customers. Because if I just had what you have, which I get when I go to you, I wouldn't remember the toothpick. But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, that's the mentality we have to have. Like all the little details matter. The attention to detail is very important.
And I've never, everything is marked, everything is what you like, and it's wonderful. And this is available, catering is available, but I have used catering, I do. But if I'm having people over, it's easy. The food, I don't know, it's warm still when you get it home. And even if
Yeah.
it sit a little bit, and it's every detail is perfect.
Well, that's the good thing about barbecue too, is it travels really well. If you wrap up a slab of ribs and eat it an hour from now, it's still going to be hot, and it's still going to be sometimes even better. It seems like if it's been kind of steaming in that, tightly rolled up foil, you get it out, and you're like, wow, this is even better.
But yours is awesome. Let's talk about a little bit of the differences. You don't cook it with a bunch of sauce.
No, we smoke everything dry rubbed over hickory wood, and the brisket and the pork shoulder we do overnight. We do chicken, ribs, and hot links during the day. We smoke every day and basically around the clock, so our meats are always fresh, and we try and predict how much we're going to sell. And the one thing that we do is we try and always have everything on hand. We're not one of those places that runs out at a certain time and we're out.
Right.
We try and have everything on hand always. And yeah, I think, it's after 25 years, we're finally getting the hang of it.
Oh, good. Um, After 25 years, I can only tell you, it's still my number one spot for incredible barbecue at all time. You know, it's fall off the bone ribs. I'm a huge fan of the pork sandwich. Your coleslaw is out of this world, and I have devoted mac and cheese fans to you over 6 years old, not just kids.
Yeah, my daughters are with you on that too. The mac and cheese, like they've become really picky. They're like, this isn't as good as daddy's.
Yay. And as an aside, you also have an ice cream shop.
We do, yeah. Nuggs Ice Cream. We're getting ready. We just celebrated 9 years there, which is
Oh,
crazy. And I can always remember how long that place has been open because we opened up shortly after my first daughter Sadie was born.
oh God.
So she turned 9 in January, and Nuggs turned 9 in May. So yeah, that's another place that was really a passion project. It wasn't something that we did really to we weren't trying to just do it as a business thing to make money. It was more like we love ice cream, and there was a need for ice cream in the Park Hill neighborhood, and that little old Taco Bell on Colfax opened up, and it's right across the street from where my brother lives. And he said that place would be a great ice cream spot. I have to go all the way down to Licks or Bonnie Bray to take my wife out for ice cream, and I want to do an ice cream parlor so we don't have to drive across town. And so we opened up, and it's called Nuggs because that's what my brother calls his wife.
Oh,
Um, so it turned out to be a fortuitous name because a lot of people, with the nuggets and stuff like that
right.
too. But
Oh,
that's not what it's named after. But anyway, that's been a really fun business as well. And the thing about ice cream is, like you eating barbecue, you don't care about the toothpick. With ice cream, it's a lot like that. People don't care. They're just happy they're getting ice cream. And like the worst thing that happens is a kid drops it, and then we just give them another one and they're happy again.
a
So that's a really fun
kid like
business.
me,
I'm sorry,
a big kid like me.
big kids like you and
No,
kids of all ages.
but the ice cream is really good. I mean,
Yeah, homemade. We make everything in house. We slow churn it, so it's just basically like a premium ice cream. That's the big thing with ice cream is if you add a lot of air, you get more volume, but it kind of cheapens the ice cream. You ever get like a quart of ice cream and put it on your counter, and when it melts, it's like,
yeah,
teeny little bit of milk at the bottom? That's because it's full of air. But if you get like gelato and you put it on a plate and it melts, it just basically is still the same shape because it's more like butter almost.
mm.
So ours is more of a thicker
Oh, it's
premium ice cream.
and if I can take a minute and say to any of you, if you're doing catering, the last HOA party we had, brothers catered it. And then we had an ice cream party for dessert. And you literally brought the ice cream later. So we didn't have to worry about it melting. And by the end, everybody said they were fighting over the ice cream. And somebody said to me recently, can't we just have another ice cream party here? Obviously, I'm in charge of food in this place. But it's if you really want to have a perfect party, do both. And you will just be thrilled.
Well, thank you so much, Gabby.
And I,
That I concur. I think do both is a good idea. Get Brothers Barbecue and Nuggs Ice Cream every day.
okay, could you just, if I have a delivery right here, please?
Absolutely, we're on it. Well, maybe we'll get drones next.
Oh, okay. Now,
Fly
4th of
up to
July.
your patio there.
Yay. I love it. 4th of July.
4th of July is typically our busiest day of the year, so we're gearing up. Father's Day was a huge day for us, and that's always kind of a good warm up test. And all the stores, we had record day, and it went really smoothly. If you pre-order, it helps us out. That way, we can have your order ready when you get there.
And
But
you
if you
get,
Yeah, but if you forget, and you want to just show up on the 4th of July and get food for 20 people, come on in and we'll sit down and have a drink while you wait, and we'll get it taken care of for you as soon as possible.
It's interesting because when you say that, every time I go to pick up an order, somebody is obviously either waiting or just putting in an order. And your guys are really nice because they'll say, do you need some water? Do you need something while you're waiting? They're lovely.
Yeah, that's good to hear. I think when you hire people, we always say, hire for attitude, and we can do the training later. We can train
I,
people on how to work our point of sale and those different things. But if somebody, you got to hire people that actually enjoy making people happy.
I, perfect saying. And two brothers I know have been making people happy in spite of their mother being a vegetarian who's a but she did really good, which should be really well if anybody's correcting my English. But great job. Okay, tell us about hours. And yes, I'll be there on the 4th too, but hours and all that.
All locations are open from 10 to 10 every day. BrothersBBQue.com for any information or to order. We're available on all those ordering things, DoorDash and Uber Eats and Postmates, I think, and catering. Obviously, like we mentioned, if you have a big group, please give us a heads up or just call any of the locations. We actually answer the phones. We have people answering phones, and we'll take your order and we'll get it ready for you. Or you can, just click online and do it from your phone. We have an app, and we're available. We've made it as easy as possible for people to get barbecue. So if you need barbecue and you're in Colorado, in the Front Range, anywhere, basically at this point, think of
And
us.
actually can eat there too. just,
Yeah.
just so you know. Great dining rooms. You have drinks, you have beer and everything.
Yeah. We're counter service. We're not like a place that's like, like a real hangout, but definitely a comfortable dining room, like you said. And yeah, feel free to come in. We have patios at every location except our original one because it's so little. We didn't have room for a patio. But yeah, indoor, outdoor seating and really, kid friendly, casual place and just really fun.
It is. And for everybody who is watching this, please subscribe and like to the Gabb, Gabb on YouTube. You'll find all this with Nick, me, and everybody else every Friday, a new episode. And it's on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. And Brothers Barbecue is on my speed dial, if there is such a thing, but it is on my contact list, so I can just call and order. You'll be thrilled no matter what. And you're open every day of the year except what is it, Christmas?
Christmas Day is the one day we're closed. We're open and we do a half day on Thanksgiving so people can come and pick up their smoked turkeys.
Well, we have to do that closer to Thanksgiving so people remember.
Yeah, we'll talk again soon, Gabby, and appreciate all your support throughout these past 25 years. We love you.
Oh, I love you back, only I was older when you started. Have a great week. Kiss your kitties and everybody. Be well. Happy summer and go to Brothers. It is just fabulous. Much love. Bye bye.
Much love, Gabby. Bye.